If I want to get a spark for my imagination and my creative output, I come down to the river, see what I can see, do a quick sketch, and go home and see what I get. Well, the first thing I've got to do is wet my paper again. If you wet your paper, you get soft results, especially for clouds. So this is Strathmore sketching paper, 140 pound, and I'm going to wet both sides and then get my colors ready. I've decided that I'm going to soak it in the river here. Different papers need a lot of different amounts of water. This is an English style paper, a lot of sizing in it. So I'm soaking it, enjoying getting my feet cooled off. One of the beautiful things of being in nature, even if you're in a city, find a place with a fountain. Soak your painting, get your paper floppy wet. See? Floppy wet. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let's go see what we can do. You know, there's no right or wrong way. Just get it done. I'm going to take a little yellow because as I look up at the sky, I can see that there's warm areas in the sky. So I'm going to do my drawing with yellow ochre. Nice thing about being outside is you can get your brush all ready and just flick it. Now I'm going to draw everything. I'm drawing the mountain. It's going to be pretty wet, so I think what I'll do first, hey, that's a nice happy accident there. What I'll do first is just cover it a bit and tap it to get the excess water off so it doesn't spread all over the place. So there's my yellow, and I can see my cloud shape. It's a fabulous cloud, just huge, ponderous, full of light. Soften the edges. Lots of little wiggles. Another one over here. Another one peeking over the mountains. We're just going to be concentrating on the sky. And then it dips down here. There's another mountain over here, another cloud there. Notice what I'm doing is softening all the yellow, letting it filter out into the wet paper. See how that, even though it's like 80, 85 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know, 25, I mean, not 80 Fahrenheit. And it's pretty warm out here and the paper dries fast. So even if I want to lift off a little bit of the thicker spots, you see, soften it up. Now we're going to use John Singer Sargent's technique, which is establish the midtones. Usually in a picture you'll have more midtones than dark and light tones. I'm going to establish the midtones, and the first one is that big nice cloud up there. My medium brush is what I'm going to do next. Tap it, and I'm going to start with dropping in a light wash of this ultramarine with a pinch of cobalt. And I'm going to be moving my board because the paper is almost wet, almost dry. Add a little more water, and I'm just going to leave a little edge between the yellow and the white paper, and that's going to represent my light area. As I say, I'm doing my mid-tone. I'm going to start up here, adding water and tilting the paper. There's a cloud there, and the mountain's coming up behind. It's going to be the mountain here, so just leave a little bit of blue there. Dark shot at the top. I learned this little lesson from Rex Brandt, and he put a real good dark shot at the top. Take a look at it from up here. Yeah, it's looking good. Let's get some, the next tones are going to be the mountains. Check them out. So we did the sky, which is a mid-tone. The mountains are a mid-tone. And we see we have some darks in the trees. And of course the lights are up in the clouds. Sometimes it's not good to paint. Looking at that, I'm feeling very good about it. We had some exciting sparks flying there. And now I looked up at my mountains and I've decided that I'm going to take this one as a mountain and this one and just go over that. Okay, here we go. And I think probably we'll need a little more crimson. Oh, look! Perfect! It's actually showing me what to do. I love those happy accidents. Let's just start moving around here. We've got some blue that's softened up. We have some nice soft yellows. And we have some alizarin crimson. I can see it's dripping down through here. Wow, I don't even have to do anything. I want to get a little warmth here. So put a little in there. And then some blue. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. Some blue. Some darker blue. Take a look at the mountain up there. Comes up here. Remember, the paper is getting dry. There we go. Oh, I left some white. Oh, and I see why. A little bit of sunlight hitting the mountain there. So let's gonna put that in right now. A little bit there. Just gonna put it around the white spot for now. There we go. And I'm going to mix up a little stronger blue here. A little bit of ultramarine in with the black. So I can get a good strong, and I need a line. There. My first dark. My second dark. Oh, look at this, look at this. There's a mountain coming in here. This one looks like it's behind. I was going to get rid of this odd shape, but I like it. I like the dot there with a strong red. This is my crimson. Ever since I saw Georgia O'Keeffe's painting of the red mountains, I'm not afraid to put in red-shaped mountains, at least at the beginning. So there's my red, and that little creative spark said, why don't you put a little bit of blue into that white area? But don't cover it completely because it's kind of echoing here, so I'm going to go around it. I can always get rid of the white area. Make these kind of melt in. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. I can do that right through here too. Put a little bit of dark around it like that. Okay, here comes a little pepper stroke. These are the little dark pepper strokes. All you have to do is take a little blue, maybe a little of this sap green, and pop in a few little strokes. Not too many. That's it. Let's take a look at it. Water's getting dirty. Pour it out. Get some new water. I'm thinking the edges up here are a little bit too the same. So I add a little bit of, just a little something to break it up. Okay, now for the part of the sky, I'm going to turn the picture upside down. And we're going to go with a very simple alizarin crimson. Just a little bit of this blue. There we go. Very light. Lots of water. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3. First one up here. Leave a little white areas. And have another brush handy. Soften the edge. Now remember, we're working upside down here. Perfect. I'm going to go a little darker. And the way I'm going to go a little darker is add a pinch of black. Just a pinch. More red. There we go. That's it. When I turn the paper over, it'll show up. Okay, then this one. Notice how I'm staying away from the edges because that's the rim lighting. Rim lighting is when the lighting is sort of behind something. So you get a rim of light. Okay, there we are. Take my brush. Soften a few edges. It's drying very fast. But the spark is here. I can feel it. Then we take a little more red to the bottom one. Things get more violet as they get near the horizon line. A little bit there. A little bit there. A little bit there. Leave that little edge just between the two so they don't bleed. Oh, and I can see a little guy right here. Okay, and now looking upside down, I'm going to darken a little bit of the top here, and one more here. You turn the picture around. Oh, I like it. I'm not sure, I don't want to fool around with it too much, so soften the edge. Always soften the edge for the cloud. Take one more look at the clouds and I can see we got a storm coming. If you want a spark, get out in nature. Even if it's in the city at rush hour, you'll feel that spark.